Happy New Year! As we prepare for everything God has in store for us in 2023, we here at Wommack Ministries and Charis Bible College want to pause for a moment and give you, our friends and partners, a small glimpse into some of the many ways your support helped us spread God's kingdom throughout the world. In the year 2022, we took the message of God's unconditional love and grace further and deeper than it's ever gone before. At a rate so rapid, we can hardly put it into words, but our executives did their best.
This has been a year of momentum.
Transformative.
Exponential growth.
A year of influence.
Amazing.
Controlled chaos.
Transformational.
Stretching.
Growth. The launching pad for the rocket ship that's about to take off.
This is the year-end summary of 2022. As you can see, we've had one of the biggest years ever in ministry history, and all of this expansion is only possible because of the faithful support of our friends and partners, a family that has grown even bigger this year.
With over 11,000 new partners this year, and we've gone over 62,000 total partners that have partnered with Andrew and with the ministry that are really the engine that make everything work.
Because of Andrew's heart to reach out to his partners, he established an entire partner relations team, a department focused on blessing and supporting those who make this ministry possible. This year, our partner relations team launched a new program called the Heritage Giving Community, where they reach out and thank those partners wanting to leave a legacy gift to the ministry at the end of their life, all while making over 68,000 contacts to our partners through phone calls, letters, and in-person meetings.
The biggest blessing of this team is being able to reach out to our partners. Our partners are the ones that are going out and touching the world with the gospel, and they're the ones that are going out and seeing these people healed.
For over 20 years, Andrew's partners have enabled him to teach the Word through his Gospel Truth television program. And now, Andrew's show has reached a whole new audience through the launch of Gospel Truth in Espanol this year.
We were able to not just launch the brand new TV program, but call center support for prayer ministry in both the U.S. and in Mexico, as well as a new Spanish website. The results have really been tremendous.
Si tomas mi enseñanza y sales a conducir a alta velocidad a 160 kilómetros por hora.
As our team in Mexico broadcast Andrew to the Spanish-speaking world, back here in Woodland Park, Andrew has stayed busy, bringing 6 new teaching series to his global television audience.
You think, well, Andrew must be running out of gas after all these years on television. No, he taught 6 new series.
With over 60 new stations and networks added this year, our global reach has now expanded to a potential audience of 5 billion people. Also from within the studio, Andrew hosted 14 international Gospel Truth conferences in 14 countries around the world. With so many different projects happening at once, our studio has once again needed to expand, with a second filming location constructed for our Charis Daily Life Bible studies, as well as a new set for our Biblical Worldview series, where we filmed 2 new installments, Socialism, which we released in 2022, and Racism, set to come out in the spring of 2023. In order to accomplish everything Andrew has directed, such as producing entirely new shows, Charis Studios was created in our auditorium building, where they have worked hard to create Life Foundations with Carrie Pickett, as well as a new show about leadership and finances by Billy and Becky Epperhart coming soon.
Through Charis and through Wommack Ministries both, reaching far and deep has now come to mean a lot more than it used to in just the slogan.
If you'll listen, our announcer will give you all the information about these products, and I encourage you to please call or write and receive them today.
As our television department sent out record shows, products, and live streams, our communication services department broke records of their own, including our top 5 weeks and top 5 months of handled calls. Last year, in 2021, we answered a total of 675,000 calls. This year, that number has grown to over 880,000. But in all of this growth, we have not exchanged quality for quantity.
About 70% of the phone calls we receive here are calls for prayer. Blind eyes being opened, cancer being healed, the dead being raised. We're there to take them and be a blessing and minister God's love, God's grace, and we are seeing signs, wonders, and miracles.
Our new contacts have also grown significantly, with over 69,000 people contacting us for the first time this year, a 33% increase from 2021. To keep up with this amazing growth, our Communication Services Department added 81 new employees to keep our phone center active 24/7, But what about those who can't call in for ministry, like those incarcerated? For them, our prison ministry offers several of Andrew's study guides as free lessons for inmates. This year, we brought the message of grace into over 1,000 prisons.
We have over 1,500 inmates participating in Bible studies. We've sent out over 15,000 products through our prison ministry program.
Keeping up with the demand from our increased call volume, our product services team has been busier than ever as Andrew Wommack and our Charis instructors released new series, programs, curriculum, and material, including transforming Andrew's foundational teachings into free booklets for anyone in need.
10 Reasons It's Better to Have the Holy Spirit. That was a 4-week teaching, and during those 4 weeks, we moved over 40,000 of that particular booklet.
While the rest of the world suffered through a global paper shortage, our bookbinding machine that our friends and partners provided once again saved the day.
Because we have our own bookbinding machine, we're able to print books in-house when we need them, stay on top of it, respond quicker to try to get the word out.
This year, we added 2 new production facilities in the DR Congo and Switzerland, bringing our total to 9 international locations that altogether shipped out over 80,000 products to all corners of the earth. Meanwhile, our main hub in Colorado took on the task of delivering more product than ever before.
When we look at total overall products that my team handles, probably end up around 565,000.
With Charis students and alumni filling many of our ministry roles, we have thankfully had an influx of students to keep up with demand.
It's been a goal of Big Andrews for many years to have 1,000 in Charis Bible College, and you guys are the first class that has ever done that.
For the first time, we have over 1,042 students. Largest first-year class to date at 420 students. And our largest second-year class at 397. That's just massive. I think about when I graduated, I had 20 students in my graduating class, and we were the biggest class at that point in '99.
In order to keep up with this momentum, our Charis marketing department, led under the direction of Ivar Murin, launched a brand new Charis Bible College website along with branding to create a uniform look for our locations worldwide. And to better serve our growing student body, we constructed an 8,500 square foot storage facility, a full-service industrial kitchen, and new service windows, all to deliver a world-class educational experience. But the term One Charis, Many Locations has applications broader than just a fancy slogan. The grace on this ministry has spread to our other schools around the world who saw their largest enrollment of new students through our stateside and international locations.
We have 747 students who are in our U.S. Extension schools, and we have 4,600 students internationally. That's both on campus and distance education-wise. We're reaching more people than we ever have.
This year, we opened up 2 new AWM offices in the Congo and Switzerland, as well as 4 new Charis locations in New Jersey, Oklahoma, Nice, France, and Durban, South Africa, leaving us with a total of 20 AWM offices and 52 Charis locations globally.
With our international numbers, Woodland Park being bigger than it's ever been before, stateside is growing. Our online program, there's over 9,000 plus students globally going through the Charis material right now.
In addition to the thousands of students currently enrolled, this past year we saw our largest graduation ceremony in Woodland Park, with 269 students graduating from second year and an additional 186 graduating from our third-year programs. Globally, we saw an additional 1,381 students graduate. And working behind the scenes to make all this possible, our Charis and AWM directors have learned to adapt to overcome the challenges of lockdowns and COVID and ensure this message goes further and deeper, regardless of government overreach. Because many of our directors couldn't enter the U.S. without vaccination, our World Outreach team held our International Directors Meeting in Mexico, where they came together for the first time since the pandemic and celebrated the tremendous victories they've each experienced in their own countries.
We've gone from 276 students to a total of 475 students between the 4 colleges.
And our World Outreach team has not slowed down. Through our Directors Training Program, we now have 75 students and 18 interns receiving the practical training and guidance to start a future location in line with Andrew's values.
We have multiple DTP students, as well as internships that are currently in session, students that have risen their hands and saying, we want to be a part of planting in Africa or planting in Asia, or even those saying we want to expand the reach within a current nation.
Providing the tools to reach these new locations and language groups, our World Outreach Translations team has interpreted everything from television broadcasts to Charis curriculum in efforts to bring this message to every tribe, nation, and tongue.
We now have the Charis curriculum translated into 14 different languages. We added French this year as well, which is reaching out to 28 different nations throughout the world. We had 5 new languages added to our discipleship evangelism program. We have 42 books translated into 35 different languages. For our Gospel Truth translations, we're broadcasting in 9 different languages, and we've been able to add 16 different brand new Gospel Truth programs.
Puoi cominciare a imparare a camminare nello spirito piuttosto.
Je continue à enseigner la série que j'ai intitulée
Не договорились о покупке, но когда мы оказались дома.
As we raise up new ministers through Charis Bible College, Andrew has not forgotten about the countless men and women who have already dedicated their lives to spreading the gospel. Through ARMY, our Association of Related Ministries International, we have brought encouragement and edification to over 1,500 pastors and ministers, 400 of which signed up in 2022 alone.
Pastors need community. ARMY has just exploded. We have taken off. We are ministering to more people, changing more people's lives.
With 39% growth this year alone, ARMY has launched several new initiatives to better serve its members, including a brand new website and ministry resources for those who travel. To help better serve our ministers abroad, AWMI created a whole new division in England, which debuted for the first time at our UK Ministers Conference this past fall.
The heart of Andrew is to equip ministers to minister.
Amen.
That's the heart of ARMY. Is to get alongside pastors here in the UK to help them, to encourage, to inspire, to equip them for the work of the ministry, which is the heart of Andrew and Jamie Wommack.
And all of these worldwide outreaches come largely from our religious freedom as Americans. And to protect these freedoms, Andrew has tasked Richard Harris with growing the Truth and Liberty livecast. In addition to growing our online audience, Truth and Liberty hosted one of the largest events this year with influential speakers from the conservative arena.
The lineup of speakers was just fantastic. Mario Murillo, Lance Wallnau, David Barton, Bill Federer, Pastor Rob McCoy, Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, Congressman Doug Lamborn from right here in the 5th District of Colorado, Janet Porter, she's the author of the first heartbeat bill in America.
When the God of the impossible lives in us, the entire political reality can shift where we walk.
And just like the rest of the ministry, Truth and Liberty launched several new initiatives in 2022, like the Truth and Liberty Foundation, where people can give tax-deductible donations, and Transform Colorado, a long-term mission to raise up godly leaders and politicians who will bring the right change to our home state. All of this while also preparing for the massive undertaking of a brand new daily live call-in show launching in 2023.
It will definitely be available on truthandliberty.net, gospeltruth.tv, and all of our social media platforms.
With Truth and Liberty as just one of many programs made available on gospeltruth.tv, Andrew's internet channel has remained steadfast in providing 24/7 Christian programming to anyone in need. This year, GTTV has seen continued growth in both our free and paid memberships, with over 65,000 monthly viewers now tuning in to hear the word.
We've also added a number of new programs this year. Pastor Greg Moore, Terry Savelle Foy, Mark Cowart, Bill Federer. Of course, you know about Carrie Pickett's new show, which we're all really excited about, and I know Billy Epperhart has a show coming up.
As our video outreaches grow exponentially and reach new audiences around the world, we have not forgotten about the power of believers meeting in person. This year, we had 12 on-campus events, including 3 musicals live on stage.
We actually had over 3,500 people attend our David musical this year. We had a record attendance at Campus Days. We've been just seeing records set across all of our events.
Premiering at his latest Dallas Gospel Truth Conference, Andrew offered simultaneous Spanish interpretation through a headset, which served as a prototype for making our events more accessible to everyone. Back in Colorado, our annual Ministers Conference took live streaming to a whole new level by uniting all of our international locations via the internet. And for the first time since COVID, Andrew made the trip across the pond to host his UK Ministers Conference at our location in Wausau, where in addition to encouraging and uniting these ministers from around Europe, Andrew realized just how much he missed his ministry friends and family overseas. While our efforts have focused on spreading the gospel around the world, we have not forgotten about our local neighbors in Teller County. After donating a $250,000 check to the city of Woodland Park to install a new water line, We also expanded our free community events, including our spring and Christmas markets and our live nativity drive-thru experience. This year, our traditional Heart of Christmas production got streamlined through our new online ticketing system, making it easier for our visitors to reserve their seats in advance.
So in the name of Jesus, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
On May 11th, Andrew officially broke ground on his student housing construction project, removing the barrier of Colorado's extreme housing prices to make discipleship more affordable than ever.
We've come out of getting the garage paid off, and so we came into 2022 with a clean slate in the sense of, okay, now what's God saying? And Big Andrew began to imagine again and dream again and start seeing things again.
We need some place where people can come and be discipled. We need something to counter all this woke culture. And I believe Charis is one of the premier places that God is raising up.
And in true Andrew Wommack fashion, he finished off the year by hosting a special live stream on December 6th, along with his executive team, sharing the 10-year vision for the Charis campus, while also getting endorsements from other spiritual leaders who offered their encouragement.
You say you don't want to be an old man on television. You know what God's going to do? He'll like make you an Abraham and Jamie have another baby. Just to blow your socks off.
In order to raise leaders who can steward this vision for generations to come, our CEO, Billy Epperhart, has taken his lifelong journey of business and leadership to provide management training for our staff, all to keep up with the explosive growth we've seen year upon year.
3 years ago, fiscal year income was $68 million, and this year we almost hit $98 million. It's amazing just to see the hand of the Lord and what's been going on here.
With 15% financial increase this year alone, we have taken this message of God's unconditional love and grace further and deeper than ever before. Because of you, our friends and partners, this past year we have given away over 425,000 free items, a 40% increase from 2021, equaling over $6 million. Because of you, we have hosted over 570 live stream sessions, including over 260 Charis Daily Live Bible studies, over 50 Truth and Liberty episodes, over 50 healing schools, and 30 Relationship University classes, all free to the public. Because of you, we have financially supported over 80 different ministries and missionaries in places like Haiti, the Congo, and Kenya, as well as disaster relief ministries, pregnancy centers, and so much more. Because of you, our AWM and Charis staff has grown more than ever before, with 810 local employees and over 1,000 employees worldwide. Because of you, our ministry contacts through calls, letters, and emails has reached a projected total of 1.2 million people. Because of you, we are changing the world.
Increasing numbers of people are looking for answers, for leadership, for inspiration.
It's always interesting to see every single month a new stat comes out. It's like, oh, we broke another record. Oh, we're continuing to grow.
All of the growth that we're now seeing in the ministry, the increase in attendance at events, our partners are the reason that all of this is happening.
They're sowing into eternity, and a great harvest is being reaped because of them.
We just want to say thank you for making 2022 one of our greatest years ever.
You are truly changing lives all over the world because of what you're doing, because of the seeds that you're sowing.
They make all of this possible, and I just want to thank you so much for what you do.
Without them, we could be back on day one with just $75,000 trying to make daily television.
I want to take a sincere thank you from the deepest depths of my heart to our partners.
You guys are a blessing, and you are touching and changing people's lives all over the world.
I really genuinely believe we're going to reach a level that none of us even dreamed possible, but the only way it is possible is because of our partners.
You're the reason we're able to do all of these things. Thank you so much for all of your commitment and dedication to the ministry.
And so here we are with 2022 behind us and our future brighter than ever. As we enter 2023, let us be encouraged in the truth that we serve a limitless God, and we have only seen a small glimpse of the great things He has in store. To you, our friends and partners, thank you so much for what you have already made possible. May this year be our best one yet.